if you've seen that video. I think it went viral some years ago, not recent, but the one where the girl, she's got the eyebrow. I don't know how she does that. She put her eyebrows in sync to music. If you haven't seen that and you're bored sometime, you have to check that out. The eyebrow thing. It's pretty amazing. Pretty talent. That's talent for you. I mean, everybody's got their talents. Everybody's got their gifts. That's one that's pretty unique, I'd say. I wonder what she's doing now, actually. Where are they now? Yeah. They should have that for YouTube. Where are they now? Because some of those people, they do kind of disappear. You know, if they even, not always, but a lot of people from, you know, in times past, it became viral, and then they either kept their channel or they got a different channel, YouTube channel, and moved on with their lives. But yeah, so shalom, hola. I wanted to share with you what I shared today at the service. Shavua Tov as well for everyone now. Now it's, yeah. And it is from Genesis 18. Oh, almost knocked over my shofar here. This is my shofar, by the way. It's cool, huh? It's a little one. I would blow it so you could hear it, but probably right now is not the best time to blow it. Yeah. Okay, so Genesis 18, Bereshit 18, Genesis 18. Okay. I keep looking at my camera there somewhat nervously because yes, my room is a mess. Sort of mess. It's not anything new, right? Well, the times when it is clean, I usually don't make a video, so yeah, you only have, every time I make these videos, and I have to say, oh, don't look too much because of my messy room. But if it was clean one of these days, it'd be breaking tradition, right? So we wouldn't want to have that. Okay. I'll cantor a little bit of it for you. וירא אליו אדוני באלוני ממרא והוא יושב פתח האוהל כחום היום וישא עיניו וירא והנה 3 אנשים ניצבים אליו וירא וירץ לקראתם יפתח האוהל וישתחו ארצה ואמר אדוני נא מצאתי חן בעיניך אל נא תבוא מעל עבדך יוקח נא מעט מים רחצו רגליכם וחשנו תחת העץ וכחת לחם וסעדו לבכם אחריו תבואו כי עליכם עברתם על עבדכם ואמרו כן תעשה כאשר דיברת. I should probably stop there with the Hebrew. I want to read to you more, but I'll stop right there and then I'll read that in English and I'll read the rest in English because it takes time to cantor. Yes, yes. Then the Lord appeared to him by the terebinth trees of Mamre as he was sitting in the tent door in the heat of the day. So he lifted his eyes and looked, and behold, 3 men were standing by him. And when he saw them, he ran from the tent door to meet them, and bowed himself to the ground and said, My Lord, if I have now found favor in your sight, do not pass on by your servant. Please let a little water be brought, and wash your feet, and rest yourselves under the tree, and I will bring a morsel of bread, that you may refresh your hearts. After that you may pass by, inasmuch as you have come to your servant. They said, do as you have said. So Abraham hurried into the tent to Sarah and said, quickly, make ready 3 measures of fine meal. Knead it and make cakes. And Abraham ran to the herd, took a tender and good calf, gave it to a young man, and he hastened to prepare it. So he took butter and milk and the calf which he had prepared, and set it before them. And he stood by them under the tree as they ate. Then they said to him, where is Sarah your wife? So he said, here in the tent. And he said, I will certainly return to you according to the time of life, and behold, Sarah your wife shall have a son. Sarah was listening in the tent door which was behind him. Now Abraham and Sarah were old, well advanced in age, and Sarah had passed the age of childbearing. Therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, after I have grown old, shall I have pleasure, my Lord being old? Shall I have pleasure, my Lord being old also? And I will stop there. This is my Hebrew English Bible. I have other Bibles that I use as well, but this one's kind of neat because it's got the, you've seen me show this before, I believe, with the Hebrew on one side and English on the other. So that's a great story. And the whole thing's a great story. The Bible's a great story, but this section is amazing. This is fascinating. Who are these 3 men? And why are they referred to interchangeably with Adonai himself? Isn't that fascinating? I find that to be extremely fascinating. And it's something that has been discussed and spoken about for thousands and thousands of years by the rabbis, the sages. It continues to be a mystery to some extent, but what is amazing to me is how it does. Here's the 3 men, but then we go to God speaking directly to Abraham. And that is just, there's something truly, truly amazing there. And it says, Shuv, Shuv, Ashuv. It says, again, I will return. I know it says in the English here, I will certainly return to you, something about at this time, or the time, well, I could find it again, but that what I wanted to share about that was, shuv comes from, teshuvah, the word teshuvah. It's like a returning, for asking God for forgiveness, we return to God. Literally, we are returning to God. And so this is a very messianic perspective in what is happening here, because in just a moment, he says, he's saying, I will return. Sarah is about to return to God in terms of her putting, first she laughs, but her faith, you have to return to God, we have to have faith, we have to trust God. It's not just, I believe in the one true God, the creator of the universe. But even though I believe that, there are times that I have to return to him, trusting him, that element of trust and faith. And that is something that is often lacking, and something that Sarah had to return to. But before, I want to talk a little bit more about that, but the other thing is Abraham's eagerness to serve these people. It's just amazing. That's how we're supposed to be with anyone. The stranger, the weak, the hungry. We also have to have to be careful too, obviously, because there's situations where you have to use mind and heart. But I know that I'm about to lose you here. But in the case of like someone in need, when you serve the least of these, he said, you serve me, and that is what we are supposed to do. And I just love that about Abraham's heart, just his eagerness to serve God, because that is serving God. And I had a, well, it's kind of a long dream if I explain it all in detail, so I'll try to explain it really fast. But I had a dream about a year ago that I was walking on this beautiful path. Everything was green and lush, and then this young lady, probably about 13 or 14 years old, maybe, I don't know, young kind of teenage girl, she comes up to me and she starts talking to me and saying how she ran away from home and all this trouble that's at home. And what captured me was how beautiful, like she was just so beautiful, like a pure beauty. Not like a, you know, model magazine beauty. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, like, there's just something about her, like her spiritual beauty was just so beautiful, radiating out from within her, that there was just this glow about her. And I just kept listening and walking with her, and finally up to my home, and she came into the home with me, and it was like I welcomed her into my home, and at that moment was when in the dream God revealed to me that she was an angel. This was an angel I had been walking with, and it was a test. It was a test to see how I would treat her, and she was a beautiful girl, but also sometimes we have those tests in other forms, like, you know, someone who someone who's grumpy and doesn't appear beautiful in terms of their attitude, but those are the people we're to reach out to. I mean, so yeah, so I love that. And so this story is a foreshadow of Messiah as well. I shared that. I mean, it's amazing because, yeah, I've said it was amazing. I said it was amazing. I just have to keep saying that. But you know, Sarah, she's by all human standards, it's like there's no way that she could have a child. Well, that sounds like another story we know of. Well, actually, more than one, but one in particular I'm thinking of, Mary, right? Because Mary, she wasn't married. She did not have a husband, and this miraculous thing took place where she gave birth to the Messiah, Y-shua. And Sarah, she was past the age of childbearing, and God created this miracle to take place. We have to have faith. I mean, we have to have faith. I mean, he's, you know, our King. He's the creator of the universe. Nothing is impossible for him. And this goes to my heart, because I know I have doubted, and a friend of mine, we've talked about this before, how important it is to have faith, and it really is. Not just a little faith, but a lot of faith. Not just a lot of faith, but hope in that really happening is so important. And that's what God wants to see in us. Not demanding, you know, this has to happen, but just that faith, that peaceful faith that we're going to pray, and overall, though, the outcome of whatever God has will be beautiful. So, in the story, of course, Sarah, you know, her reaction, she's in shock, she's in disbelief. What I found interesting in the Chumash was this quote here. It says, "In view of her advanced age, she thought that such a miraculous rejuvenation would be as great a miracle as the resurrection of the dead, which only God himself could accomplish." Wow. Yeah. Wow. Okay, look, this is not a messianic, this Chumash, it's not a messianic Chumash. Well, I realize that the word messianic can be interpreted in two different ways, but I know that the Messianic Jewish community knows what I'm saying when I say that this Chumash, if you like to study with it, it's not messianic. So here, this is amazing, because this is actually key to who the Messiah would be. He has to be someone who has the ability to raise someone up from the dead, and raise himself from the dead. There's only one Messiah who's been able to do that, who's been recorded as doing that. Y-shua. Amen. Y-shua HaMashiach. So this is a foreshadow of Messiah. This story here, Sarah and Abraham and the child that they would have. And it gets better actually, because the other we didn't even get to talk about this, but the other part being, you know, when that's really a foreshadow of Messiah, when Abraham goes up to it looks like he's gonna sacrifice his son, but then a lamb is provided, and there's so much of that. I know I shared once before a little bit about that, but that's what I'm gonna share for now. I hope that you were blessed. Thank you for listening. This video is already pretty long, isn't it? Okay. Well, I know not to worry about time, but I do want to make at least important points not too long. It's not good to be on YouTube very long, right? But thank you for listening, and you can bless me by purchasing a CD on shamamusic.com. You can also donate with the blue P button up in the right hand corner of my channel. You can pray for me, as I know many of you do. Thank you for that. Yeah, and your support, comments, it's always a blessing. So thank you. And it seemed like there was something else I was gonna say, but I can't remember now, so maybe another video. Shalom, shalom, Shavua Tov, Bendición, Bachot, Shalom.